Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our presentation about our trip to Dahab in Egypt. I would love to tell you a bit more about this. So first, for those who will be flying with us from Katowice Airport, we are flying to Sharm el Sheikh Airport, and our departure is around 2 a.m. in the morning. So we need to be on Friday at latest before midnight, um, Friday to Saturday, on the airport, so that we will fly whole night and we will eat our breakfast on Saturday morning in Egypt already, and we will fly back around 8 p.m. Central Africa time, which is being used there. Okay, next slide. So a little bit about Dahab. What is Dahab? Where is Dahab? And what it's all about. So right now we are here in Krakow in this location, and Dahab is here. It's in the Sinai Peninsula, and geographically speaking, we are flying to Asia. Egypt is usually in Africa, but this part of Egypt, the Sinai Peninsula, is in Asia. So we will be flying to Asia. It's around 3,500 kilometers away from Krakow, and the flight will be around 4 to 5 hours. Depends on the winds and some other external conditions. From Krakow to Katowice Airport, it's around 100 kilometers, more or less the same as we land in Sharm el Sheikh Airport, and then we have to travel on the through the desert to Dahab. Okay, there's 1 hour difference from the Central European time. So we are flying here to Sharm el Sheikh, which is on the south of Sinai Peninsula, and then we will take a bus. The bus will be ordered by our travel agency, so you don't have to worry about anything and so on. And we will take a bus in the route from here. It's around 100 kilometer, and it will be 1.5 hour trip straight to Dahab next to our hotel. What kind of weather you might expect? So we are flying usually in September and October time frames. Also, we are flying in March, April, February, March, April. But in my opinion, this summertime is a little bit more preferable. Especially because of the water temperature, which will be 28 degrees Celsius, which is 82 Fahrenheit. And the winter temperature is 21, so the water never gets colder than 20, and this is the hottest sea in the world. So very nice place for especially for diving and all of the leisure activities. We can expect that the sun will be every day. There won't be rain, and every day will be cloudless day. I hesitated here a bit because when we were last time in March, we experienced some rain, which was kind of unusual, but from time to time it can happen, especially during the winter season. It wasn't heavy rain, just couple of raindrops for half an hour or so, and everything was dry 2 hours later. The air temperature, we can expect around 30 Celsius, which is 85 Fahrenheit, very close to the temperature of the water. Very nice, very decent, very decent. During summer, it will be a nice breeze. During winter, those sometimes require long sleeves or hoodies or some kind of jackets, but we don't have to worry about that at all. Waves. During summer, we can expect non or small waves, but also it depends on the location, because for example, those locations exposed more to the sea, for example, like canyon, we can expect some more winds, so heavier winds. This is the temperature that we experienced in March during different years. and this is the temperature we experienced in October's 2 years ago and a year ago. So as you can see, the temperature was like 35, 38-ish, 35, 34, and during the night it was kind of warm and so on, a bit windy here for some days. This is how rain in Dahab looks like. You can see wet water, wet tiles here, and yeah, of course it was raining, but that's very, very unique. Culture. So basically, we are going to Muslim, Islamic country, but for many, many years, Dahab was closed enclave, touristic enclave. No other Egyptians were able to enter Dahab. So right now it's open, especially after the COVID, it's more open to local people too. But everybody is friendly towards tourism because they absolutely know that the tourists bring money, and this is exactly what they need to survive. So they are like, we will be like, they will carry us in their hands, whatever. They will put a lot of emphasis on our well-being because they know that the tourist must be in good spirit to come back. Religion, the dominant religion there is Islam, and you will hear 5 times a day, you will hear call for prayers, and absolutely there's no problems with that. They are very friendly towards tourists. I never been to a mosque, but my friend says that this is not a problem, and if I want to visit, of course, respecting their culture with long trousers and whatever, this is absolutely possible. On everyday basis, there is no restrictions. As I told you, this is a touristic place, so this is not a problem. You can wear normal summer clothes like Hawaiian style t-shirt, like shorts or something like that. No problem with swimming and sunbathing in bikini. Although if I wouldn't recommend walking the promenade in it. Remember that this is still Islamic country. You don't have to. By the way, this picture was taken in winter, so you can see that people are sometimes having hoodies or whatever, those jackets, a little bit more. But it's still warm. It's not a problem. But there are not like fully exposed bodies or whatever. Okay, and there's absolutely no problem with women. So this is very open place, especially as I told you, this is a very touristic place, so there's no problem with that in Dahab, and there's no other problems. If you learn couple of words in Arabic, like sabah el khair or shukran, they will be very, very happy, and they will sometimes give you a better prices in shops too. So this is a small conversion table. I will leave that as a note on our website. So if you want to refer to that later on, you can go there, and that's absolutely not a problem. So in Dahab they accept Egyptian pounds, and this is the national currency of Egypt. But because of the touristic spirit of the city, they also accept US dollars and euro. They're accepted almost everywhere, and because of the high inflation, they are even in huge demand. So I highly recommend, do not exchange money here, and for sure do not exchange money at the airport. Just take euro or US dollars with you, and as soon as you get to the location, then in the hotel or literally everywhere you can go to the restaurant, you can pay in euro and they will give you back in Egyptian pounds, so that you can spend these Egyptian pounds for something else later on. So this is exactly what I am doing. So I take only euro, and then on site I go to my favorite restaurant, I pay them in euro, they will give me Egyptian pounds, no problem. Cash payments are preferred everywhere. Card payment, credit card payment, is hardly anywhere accepted. By hardly, I mean you can pay for for the hotel. That's for sure. You can also pay for diving. That's absolutely not a problem. And you can pay for alcohol in alcohol shops. More about that later on. With credit card. But that's it. Okay, so if we go to the restaurant, they highly prefer cash. And by highly, I mean like that would be a problem if you don't have cash on the card or something like this. So for all the expenses beside hotel, diving center, and alcohol, I highly recommend to get USD or Euro. Of course, the best prices are always in Egyptian pounds, but they will ask you to pay in Euro because they really need that, because their currency is falling down rapidly and they need to secure their wealth with stable currencies like USD and Euros. And as I told you, credit cards are not that welcome everywhere. And if you pay with the credit card, there's a 1 to 3% payment that you need to add additional cost for processing fee. So that this is not a problem when you pay very little, but if you pay for diving and so on, that's a couple of euro that you need to add to your bill. This is a picture of a mosque, one of the mosques in Dahab. There's plenty of that. And as you can see, this is a picture of something which was really nice. This is called Iftah. And Iftah was that was during the Ramadan. During the Ramadan, there's one day when the restaurants from around, they take tables, they put on the promenade, and they invite all the people just to join them and eat food. So together, this is really nice. Really nice for nice for good spirit. I'm sorry. This is really nice for like good spirit together and so on. As I told you, people from even different countries, different cities around and whatever, they come to dine together in a very good spirit and so on. And they're playing songs, singing and whatever. I really love that part. So the cultural bit, especially because Ramadan is usually during the earlier part. It depends on the year, but it's whenever we go there during the Ramadan, you can experience something really nice. Before trip, I need a photo of your passport information page. You already gave me that, so that's not a problem. Your passport must be within 6 months before the expiration, and I've already checked, no problem with this. There is no visa for Sinai Peninsula, so mind this, but also you need to check with your embassy and so on. But from all people I've traveled with from different countries, that's including South America, so we had people from Colombia flying there, we have people from Europe, from Germany, France, Belgium, UK, we had people from other Arabic countries too. They were traveling from Dubai and so on. We had people even from US coming with us. No one had a problem with visa. Okay, so no visa is required for Sinai Peninsula for stays shorter than 15 days because of the touristic character of this location. So this is a good thing, but please check that with your local regulations and so on. In the worst case, you can buy visa at the airport, like as soon as we arrive, and it costs $28 US. Okay, so it's not a problem, and it's different for Sinai Peninsula and Egypt, continental Egypt, because for Egypt you need a visa, and for Sinai Peninsula you don't, because Sinai Peninsula is a little bit, they have a little bit different law than from the Egypt, because this is a governance of Egypt, not continental part of Egypt. They have a bit different story there. So plane tickets, usually I buy plane tickets several months in the advance. The prices don't change that much, to be honest, so they are more or less always the same, around 500 euro, which is 2000 Polish zloty, plus minus a couple of hundred Polish zloty. So reservation can be cancelled at additional fee. Passengers can be swapped at price 150 per passenger, that's around 40 US dollars, and so that's not a problem. And you can also insure your ticket for the cancellation, but this could be done only 40 days prior the trip, okay? And this is at the cost of 4% of the ticket price. So this is also possible if you are thinking about this for the next year. This is also how the plane ticket looks like. Please print them out, okay? Because at the airport there is a person who will check this. It's not a problem when we are flying from Poland, but it will be a problem when we will be coming back. As I told you, Dahab is Arabic countries, and in Arabic countries they have, especially with this kind of government and policy as in Egypt, they have a lot of emphasis on safety, and they have controls everywhere, and one of those controls is a person who will be controlling the tickets, okay? This is also, remember that this is also a job for, and he supports his family. So please have this printed out. In the worst case, we can print this out in the hotel, but I would rather prefer you to take this with you. Leave that as a last resort, okay? Good. As I told you, this is required for the return. So some people told me that this is possible to show them on the mobile device. Yes, that's possible. But remember, if your mobile device breaks down or it won't be able to display the plane ticket, or because from hotel to airport there's a 1.5 hour trip, and you will use all of the batteries just not to die of boredom. So, and if you cannot present your ticket, that will be a bad day, okay, for you, and we don't want that. Just please have this with you, okay? As you can see here, the baggage that you can take with you is 5 kilograms, and you can also take, this is for the cabin bag, and there's like 20 kilograms for the luggage that you will be leaving, like traveling with you on the board or the plane. Okay. At the Egyptian airports, they check printed out documents before let you in to the airport. You can also buy travel and diving insurance, and many people are asking me about that. This is the travel insurance for Edward, who was traveling with us 2 years ago, and Edward stayed there for 2 weeks, as you can see, and he paid 148 Polish zloty for 2 weeks. Okay, so that will be like 10 Polish zloty, maybe 11, something like that, per day, and 10 Polish zloty is 2 euro per day. Okay, so the total is around 34 euro, 38 US dollars, depends on the current rate of the currencies. So it's not a big deal. This is for 2 weeks, so 1 week will be less, and of course if you are minor, below 18, the price will be, I think, half, so around 70, which is like 15-16 euro, something like that. For the insurance, I need your first name, last name, your passport number. If you're a Polish citizen, I need your PESEL number, and also address. Okay, and passport is needed for people who are not Polish citizens, and your address. And I registered that with a travel agency, and they will issue the insurance. So this covers medical assistance and cost of treatment, just in case you go to the hospital. And last year we had one person who went dehydrated. This person was not drinking enough, and he went dehydrated to the hospital. He spent there 2 days, and he was so happy because the quality of the hospital. He said, because I told him like, oh, you have the insurance, would you like to use it to cover the cost? And he said like, forget about that. It cost me 20 British pounds for 2 days at the hospital, and he said this hospital was much higher standard than in UK. So yeah, that's funny. This also covers the accident and personal liabilities and luggage. If you have some problems with luggage, it also give you some cash. But mind that those all are in Polish, and Polish currency is more or less divided by 4. So that will be like 50,000 euro medical assistance, 2,500 accident, personal liability 50,000 euro, and luggage around 250 euro, something like that, more or less, something like this. Good. What to take with you for such a trip? So during the winter you need a jacket, jersey, hoodie, whatever, but for the summer, flip-flops, sandals or Crocs. I am always taking my Crocs. Shorts, swimsuit, t-shirt, and Hawaiian shirts, because it will be 30 days, day and night. Please don't take any hoodies. It's a waste of your space in the baggage. Please don't take any jackets, any trousers or whatever. It's a waste of space in your baggage. It will be 30 days. You will be sweating hot. By the way, it's not necessarily sweating hot because we will be in the coastal city. So the good thing is that it will be really, really nice breeze from the sea. For sure, you need to take some kind of sunglasses, any diving equipment if you have. That's highly desirable. If you don't have, don't worry. You will be able to rent it on site. Take snorkeling equipment if you have. I'm not snorkeling at all, but some people like it, so not a problem. Take shower gel and shampoo. There is a shop where you can buy this, but it's still better to have it with you. Toothbrush, toothpaste, and your cell phone. So you don't need to bring towels because you will get that from hotel. And diving equipment could be rented from the dive center, and the nearest shop, in case you forget about anything, is 15 meters, which is 50 feet. It's like literally around the corner from the hotel. Yes, please.
Matt, can you hear me?
Yes,
I have a question. Maybe you already spoke about it, but I just want to be sure. What are the prices for renting of diving equipment? Like, how much should we prepare for that, for the trip?
Okay, we will get to that, but the renting the whole equipment, it depends on for how long. The longer you take, the more you pay, of course, but the longer you take, the more discounts you will have also. So the renting equipment, I think, is 17 euro per day, the whole equipment. 17 euro.
Okay.
17. We will get to
So for the whole trip,
details, okay, later on in the presentation.
Okay.
This time usually we take from Krakow to get to Katowice, we take a bus, which costs 60 Polish zloty. There's no back limit or whatever. It departs around 10 and we arrive around midnight. But this time we are taking our own car, which will take us from my house directly to the Katowice airport, and my employee will be driving us there. So absolutely not a problem. We can adjust to everyone, but we will meet in our house at 8:30, so 20:30, and we will get to Katowice around 2 hours later, so that we have a bit more time, because I need to check in some additional bag with the diving equipment, and I have plenty of that. So it will take me personally a bit more, but I also prefer to be a little bit earlier at the airport, because if there's any kind of problem and so on, then it's easy to solve this while you are there and not just in the last possible moment, right? So at the airport we can drink a beer, we can eat something, not a problem. The check-in, if our flight was around 2, the check-in will, it depends. Or like if our flight is around 4, then our check-in will open at 0030. But if our check-in is at 2, if our flight is at 2, our check-in will be earlier. So our check-in will be around midnight and maybe like 23:30, something like that, 11:30, something like that. So it depends on the flight, okay? Because there's like few different flights, and please check on your ticket at what time your flight departs, because sometimes when I have a huge group and there is not enough space in the one plane, there are like 2 planes flying. They are 1 hour apart. So please check this out, okay? You can take 5 kilograms for carry-on and 20 kilograms for a registered bag. If you want, you can take optional sport baggage, which is maximum 32 kilograms, and that's with the insurance, and the cost of this optional sport bag is 25 euro, which is 100 Polish zloty. This is for one way, but very, very important. You have to tell them that this is your sport bag and you want to pay additional for sport baggage. Okay, this is very important, because last time we had one person who didn't mention this, and they told him that the bag that he had cost 700 Polish zloty, and he had to, because it was overweight, and he had to pay 700 Polish zloty instead of 100. So it's a huge difference. Okay, it's a difference of 600 Polish zloty, which is 150 euro, more or less. Just because he didn't say that this is sport, and the guy at the counter thought that this is just a normal bag with normal stuff, and he gave him a price for normal stuff. Okay, not for the
This is for airplane flight?
Airplane, yes, airplane.
Yeah, okay.
Good. So the flight. We are flying from Katowice to Sharm el-Sheikh Airport, SSH. It will take 4 to 5 hours depending on the wind. We will be flying with Enter Air airline. But there's a second airline, airline, something like that, who is also flying. There will be paid service on board. You can pay with a credit card, but cash, but they do not accept Revolut. At least they didn't want to have Revolut before. In the previous years, they have some kind of problems with this, but nevertheless, I just inform you. So you can buy a beer at the airplane too. Usually everybody falls asleep, and you don't have to buy anything. When we arrive, we need to fill Egyptian declaration. I will show you in a second how it looks like. Not very complicated document, but we need to do this. Every person needs to do that. Okay, in the field address in Egypt, we will put Planet Oasis. Okay, this is where we are going. Planet Oasis, Dahab. And this is one of the view that you might see from the plane. You can see beautiful coral reef here, sea, and amazing desert with winds and water marks. So it looks really, really nice. This is the terrain. You will see that on Saturday. It will wake you up on Saturday morning. This is how the Sharm el-Sheikh airport looks like from the outside. It looks very decent. Absolutely not a problem. This is the declaration that I told you. You need to put here your flight number. So we are arriving from Enter Air 4003. You need to put your given name, first name, date and place of birth, nationality, your passport number, and address. And I told you address in Egypt. And I told you you put Planet Oasis Dahab. Okay? And the purpose of visit tourist. That's it. It takes 1 minute. Okay? Not a big problem. Don't worry about that. It's easy peasy. Okay? And by the way, you fill this out. You will get that when you land your plane, and you will get to the corridor which leads to the passport control. And in this corridor, people will be just giving away those kind of declarations or something. There's also a couple of those laying around. So just go there, pick them up, just fill. You might need a pen. Yeah, maybe I will put this here. Okay, bring a pen. Bring a pen. Because to fill the declaration, okay? To fill the document. Okay, because like there's always fight for the pen there, and people are like, oh, can I borrow your pen or whatever. Okay, after landing, there's a Wi-Fi on the airport, so no problem, you can connect to the Wi-Fi. There's a free Wi-Fi at the airport, so not a problem at all. I highly recommend to turn off your cellular services to avoid roaming charges. Yes, please. Okay, sometimes it's with every year it's much better and better, but yeah, but still it costs. You can buy eSIM from Revolut before flight or at the arrival, and I've already did this. Okay, I've already installed my, like, I use Revolut to pay in Egypt. Okay, this is very convenient. To be honest, I use Revolut whenever I go abroad, and in Poland too, but nevertheless. There's a one tab. It's called Rev Points now. Previously it was Lifestyle, and you go there and there's eSIM, and you can see this option. You select country, you change to Egypt, and you select the options. And I always select 20 gigabytes. Okay, 10 gigabytes should be more than enough for a week, but the price difference is not that big. And 185 Polish zloty, 185 PLN in euro. That's 43 euro. Okay, so 185 PLN in euro. This is equals 43 euro, and in USD that's 50 USD. Okay, so for 50 USD you have 20 gigabytes. You don't have to worry about anything. And it just works. Very convenient, very convenient. I don't use Airlaw. I had problems, so I heard that many people are using this. This is a cheaper option, but for me that was not working. Just simply my phone was not connecting. I don't know, maybe this is not a problem with Airlaw. That was maybe a problem with local provider, Vodafone or whatever. By the way, there's a Vodafone, Orange, Orange, and one more, local providers. Previously, I was going with the Vodafone, but after a couple of tries, I switched to Orange. I mean, like when I was just buying normal SIM card. Right now I'm just buying this through Revolut, and I don't care anymore. So when we exit the airport, there will be two people standing, like literally the doors of the airport. You go past the control. Oh, by the way, there will be additional control at the exit of the airport. You open the doors, and there will be this guy or some other guy who looks the same. By the way, I've been going there for like a couple of years, and there are always those two, or sometimes it's one more guy, and they have this thing here. Look, it's called Planet Oasis. This is the name of the hotel, and Planet Divers is the name of the dive center, and they are the same building, in the same building. Okay, so like this is the same. There's also a Planet Gym, Planet Restaurant, and some other Planet things. This is the same, like a chain or something like that, which belongs to the same person, and it's in the same building. So it doesn't matter, Planet something Dahab, this is exactly where we are going. So we will be going with this car, more or less 1.5 hours through the desert. I will show pictures in a second. It will be around 100 kilometers. We will be passing 2 security checkpoints, which looks like this. No documents are needed. They will not check our documents. They will check the documents of the driver. Okay, because as I told you, they highly regulate the traffic of Egyptian people. So sometimes there might be a police convoy. Okay, we had that when I was first time going to Dahab. So that was because Dahab and Sharm el Sheikh, they are touristic place. They cannot have problems with, I don't know, local Bedouins or whatever. So what they do, the police organize those kind of convoys. So I was once waiting 1.5 hours just to collect a couple of buses, and there was only one police car leading our convoy. And after 5 minutes of this convoy, our driver, just because the police car was too slow, and the driver like literally overtake them, he shouted something at them, and he just went straight to Dahab, just leaving all the convoy behind. So yeah, it's absolutely different culture. Okay, but nevertheless, really nice. They try to, sometimes they try to show that they care about tourists. Okay, and they do those kind of like showcases, like, oh, here we go, this is how we care about people, whatever. But nevertheless, doesn't matter. Okay, but we had to wait 1.5 hours just to arrive just the police car to arrive. There's no stops on the route, okay, to the hotel. So don't, like, please use the toilet before we go, okay? Because when we exit the airport, we go here, and there will be our bus here. Sometimes it's at the opposite side, but it's our bus like that. We go to our bus, we put our stuff in the same, and then we arrive 1.5 hours later. We arrive at the airport, at the hotel. You can see Planet Oasis Resort. This is how those cars looks like in the inside, if you wonder, and this is how the road will be, okay, for 1.5 hours, like all the time. Okay, mountains, concrete, and that's it. Okay, 1.5 hours of dust. If you haven't been to desert, you will see what a desert is. Okay, it's literally desert. There's absolutely nothing. When we arrive at the site, we open the bag, we take our bags, and we go to our hotel. For the return, please, our break from diving be for flight. Please remember that before your flight, you need to have 18-hour break from diving. Okay. Usually we have return flight on Saturday around 8 p.m. So this is not a problem. We just simply don't dive on Saturday, and that's it. But if you have at some other times, then please calculate that, and do not sign up for the diving which has some problems with interfere with your flight times. The transfer to the airport, if we have flight around around 8. It will be around 4, so that we have like 4 hours for the trip, like 2 hours for the trip and 2 hours to go through all the security checkpoints. And I told you about the guy who is checking the papers, and this guy here and this guy here, they are checking the papers, and those guys are looking for the papers already. Okay, so please prepare, please have those printed out, because they will check them. Okay, they always do. This is because sometimes tourists are like, oh, today we have the flight, and today is not their flight or whatever. So they want to limit those kind of problems. There will be several security checks and the passport control, right? Checks and the passport control, and the passport control. Once again, we have to declaration. We need to fill the papers. Fill the paper declaration. There will be one more document that we will need to fill. Declaration. Declaration that we will need to fill on the airport. Then we have our flight, and then we will be on our way back to Krakow. As I told you, this is how our car looks like. We will arrive here and we will go straight to the airport. So this is the place where we will be staying. Okay, this is a picture from one of the floors, and literally, you see this sign here. This is the entrance to our hotel. Like literally, here's our hotel. Okay, and we just go here on this broad walk. This is our favorite restaurant, by the way. Now it's like 2 floors. They have 2 floors too. So this is our favorite restaurant, where we stay for a lot of time. Usually, if you will be looking for me, like, oh, where's Matt? I need to do something. I will be here. Okay, this is my favorite place here, and we literally sit next to the sea. Amazing place. I really enjoy spending time there. I really have fun, and this is how it looks like. And we sit in front of the sea. There's absolutely no windows because it's always hot there. So we have tea, we have shakes, we have food. We just enjoy our time there. This is our hotel. This is the same picture, but from the different perspective. This is the entrance to our hotel. We just go here, through the restaurant, to the water. And by the way, I will show you pictures later on how we go for diving. But first day, when we will be diving just literally taking our equipment and walking from the hotel through the restaurant, literally through the restaurant. There's stairs here, and then there's stairs to the water, and we will go there. And this is picture from one other side of the Dahab, a little bit further out. This is the picture when we go past the Broadwalk, and very, very nice place, Karkor, where they have amazing lamb shack, like really good grilled meat. This is also the different perspective for the same. This is how the outside of our hotel. Our hotel is here, and there's a mosque which is in here. Okay, so we are like literally in the neighborhood of mosque. And here's a taco place. Very good tacos. I really enjoyed. To be honest, I was really surprised how good they are. And I will show that when we will be talking about the restaurants in a bit. This is also another picture of the Broadwalk a little bit later in the night. And you don't have to worry, it's absolutely safe there. There's no problems, there's no bullies, there's no like crime or whatever. You don't have to worry about this. So that's kind of safe. I just want to give you some glimpse of how it looks like. Especially the really cute is when the lights are lit and we have like everything which is sparkling. This is really, really nice. And some places are really cute too. This is Blue Hole, by the way. We will be going there for sure for diving. You can see those buildings, and to Blue Hole there's like 40 minutes drive on this kind of road. It's fun for sure, and there's a Blue Hole in here in front of those buildings. I will show you later on. This is also one more for Dahab, and yeah, of course this is also Dahab here too. There's this very characteristic bridge which you will see for sure. It's very nice and beautiful, this thing. Okay, how about our hotel? Our hotel, so it's called Planet Oasis Resort. As I told you, this is a Planet gym, so you have like gym's place here, so you can go there if you want to work out or whatever. And there's ATM machine. Just note this is the best ATM machine if you need cash or whatever, because sometimes in some other places the ATM machine takes some commission. This one is good, okay, so the commission is not that big. This is another take for the hotel and the Planet Divers, the car of the owner or whatever. Okay, and this is how our hotel looks like. It's really nice. It looks like a small paradise. There's tortoise here, so the tortoise will be having some good time with us. You can, of course, you can see and watch. You can also relax next to the pool and have some nice fun with that. Not a problem. So mind that the name of the hotel is Planet Oasis. It's 50 meters from the sea. It's very close. This is right next to the main boardwalk, and breakfast is included, but it's not all inclusive. Okay, the hotel is not all inclusive. So for the lunch, we usually also eat the lunch at the hotel, or we go to some other restaurants. It depends on our mood. This is another picture of the hotel. It's really comfortable. There are some rooms around here and at the second floor. Power sockets are absolutely normal. I mean, like, you can use normal European plugs with those power sockets, so you don't need any adapters. This works very well, so you don't need to do anything. And here you can see the sign, Planet Divers, and you go from our hotel here, you go through this corridor here, and you go to the dive center. Okay, so it's very convenient. The dive center is like 15 meters this way. Okay, not a problem at all to go there. One other take from the room during the evening and from the other side. So there's a place where we will be eating. My favorite spot is next to the pool, and probably if during the breakfast you will always find me there. And this is Ola, my daughter, here when she was coming back from the sea. So you can see some glimpse of the sea here through this, but this is a path that you need to take, and our hotel is here. Those rooms are also from the hotel here. So this is already our hotel, and this is the entrance to the Planet Hotel. As you can see, you already see the pool or wherever. And there's this Planet Divers. They also sell the attractions. You can go to, for example, to Mount Sinai, where the Moses got his 10 commandments. You can go to Petra. You can go to some other locations, and they also have the travel agency. But if you want to do that, the best is to go to the hotel reception to arrange, because as we are hotel guests, they have some kind of discounts for us. So this is how hotel rooms looks like. You can see the bed. It's very clean. I have some other pictures of the bed, of the rooms. Normal toilet. You don't have to worry about anything. They also have this liquid soap here. So please take your own shampoo or whatever. This liquid soap is okay, but after 2 weeks of washing your head with this, it's kind of dry, I would say, for sure. Also remember that the water what they have here is a bit salty too. Okay, so the rooms, I don't mind if you have any preferred arrangements. We will do that while we are there. You can be also alone in the room, no problem. You can also be with a roommate or with the family. You pay for the person, not for the room. That's very important. So sometimes if you have like 3-person family, unfortunately you need to pay for each person separately. So the pricing, there's a table here, but there's a small problem with the table. Okay, first the problem is because this is from 2023, but we have different prices because we are diving with the dive center, so they charge us less, much less. Okay, so those prices are like, so sometimes people ask me like, how much will I pay for the hotel? And I cannot tell you because different rooms, they have different rates and whatever. This is the first thing. And the second thing is, because you are diving, the more you dive, the cheaper you get with the hotel and so on. So it's very flex. But this is like their normal rates, so you can calculate whatever. Also, in my opinion, all of those rooms looks more or less the same. They divided them in couple of different categories, but in my opinion, the rules looks the same. Okay, the standard is like 4-star hotel, something like this. There's a cleaning every day. The toilet looks like this here, so no problem. Normal European style toilet. Each room has own toilet, no problem. Like, of course, this is a civilized place. This is my room I had last time. Nice, decent, no problem, absolutely no problem. You have TV, but hardly. I never even plugged this to the socket. You have fridge. In each room you have fridge and AC. So there's a air conditioning. Yeah. I will write this down if you don't mind. Fridge and AC in each room. Good. Good. This is toilet I had last year. No problem. This is one of the rooms that we also got 2 years ago or something like that. This is a family room. This is a one room and there's another one. It was a little bit higher standard. So it looks it is a little bit more modern. It's a little bit more modern. This is another room from the same setup. Every day they do cleaning, they leave you some flowers, whatever, the fresh flowers. You don't have to worry about this. In each room there is also fridge, AC, safe, and AC in each room. There is also a safe, so that if you have like passport, money or something like that, you can leave that in your room. Good. Some rooms they have terrace, so where you can sit there, drink a beer if you want, whatever. I told you about the internet. So Wi-Fi at the hotel is free. Free Wi-Fi at the hotel is very poor. Okay, the range is very poor, so you may consider it as no internet available. Maybe at 5 a.m. when no one is waking up, you can use this Wi-Fi, but for sure later on, no. So you won't be able to use, and for sure you won't be able to do the teleconference or whatever. So I highly suggest you to use one of those packages, Airlo or Revolut. You can also buy a like physical SIM card in the shop next doors. Those prices are in Egyptian pounds. For 36 gigabytes you pay 650, which is 920 euro, something like that. So this is more or less the price of this, okay? Because 20 euro a 185 PLN, that was 43 euro, and that was 50 USD, something like that. So for this, for Revolut, it's 43 euro, and for physical card it's half of the price, but I found Revolut less problematic. But it depends on whatever you prefer. I can get you there, not a problem. Okay. 20 gigabytes should be more than enough for a week, unless you upload many pictures and videos to the cloud. If you do, then probably you'll need 2 of those packages. Okay, cats. You might find cats all around. Really nice, especially this one. She has beautiful eyes. She looks like a cat from the Alice in Wonderlands. I told you about Planet Divers. So if you want to go to the Planet Divers, this is the corridor and the dive center is here. And if you want to go back, Planet Oasis, and this is the corridor and your hotel is here. Not a problem. Breakfast. This is how breakfast looks like. You have all foods here, and they are there prepared for you just to eat. There will be a couple of close-ups too. So they have olives, they have hummus, they have different paprika, salads, nuts, corn. They have like local things. They have eggplants with chili, cheese, different types of cheese. There's also here is also a place where the guy, this guy by the way, he's sitting here. He can also prepare you a meal. So if you ask him to make a scrambled eggs or fried eggs or omelette, he will do that for you, just for you. Very nice, very tasty. I really enjoyed it. You have also all of different cheeses, like beetroots or whatever. It's not super sophisticated breakfast, but it gets you through the day. And in the end, we rely later on something better. During the evening, we go to the restaurant. But the omelette is very good in prima sort. I really enjoy it, and the guy prepares for this for you. Just tell you, you can mix different ingredients. You can ask him also for all of the ingredients if you want. This is a place. This is the place where we will be eating. My favorite spot is this one or this one. So if you will be looking for me, I will be just here or here. It depends on how many people are there. Yeah, this is my favorite spot because I can see the pool, whatever. And this is my typical breakfast. Okay. So a bit beetroots, salad with tuna, some eggplants and fried eggs. Very good, and a mint tea. Very good, very good. This is how the omelette looks like from the close up. The beetroots and the other stuff, the hummus here. Sometimes like I add some fresh fruits, whatever, that doesn't matter. For kids, there's also a possibility to get the pancakes with Nutella or at least chocolate cream or whatever it is. It's very tasty, and the kids love it. This is one of the pictures. You will have there's a person in a coat, so probably this is some March or something like that. Like people are outside, look, 20 degrees, but for Arab people this is absolutely cold. Nevertheless, this is the restaurant, how it looks like. I told you, this is our place here, the Planet Dahab restaurant, and yeah, this is how we usually sit. My favorite tables are this one and this one. When they see me, the guys, by the way, the guys who are selling there, they will be here. And when they see me, they ask, they have the reserved seat here. And we go literally with our diving equipment through the restaurant here, and there are steps behind that here. We go through the steps and we enter the water. Yeah, those are the steps I told you. Okay, so this is how we usually interact with our. There's a couple of other restaurants. Shark restaurant, very nice. Fancy food, very good. But look at this, Ramadan Kareem. So during Ramadan, sorry, no alcohol allowed. Okay, you are not allowed to enter with the alcohol, which is for the Ramadan. Okay, during the whole year long. So usually in the restaurants they don't sell alcohol, like literally you cannot get alcohol on site. But if you buy in the alcohol shop and bring, they will let you drink it. So this is not a problem for them. Not during Ramadan, okay? During Ramadan they have some stricter rules, but also not in every restaurant, so not a problem. For food, we usually eat seafood, but you have also pastas, pizza, hamburgers. As you can see, the restaurants are beautiful. They usually don't have windows because it's too warm and so on. It's kind of crowded too. They have beautiful, they look beautifully from the outside. Each restaurant has its own style, so you can also pick one that you like. Some of them are without the roof, some of them with the roof, whatever. So really nice place. For the food, you can eat seafood, sushi, Chinese, Indian, Egyptian, vegetarian, vegan, and all of the other cuisines. Italian for sure, Italian, French. You can get that. There's also a possibility for street food. Typical is 10% tip, which is not included in the price. So, but they remember who tipped them. Okay, this is very important information for you. So usually, if you want to, like, I tip people there, and they remember me that I tip. So the next time I have either discounts or I have better prices, or I have better food. Okay, better fish or something like that. So they really remember who tips. There's also 14% VAT tax, a value added tax. Sometimes it's not included, okay? So you might like calculate the prices, and usually, so because they are not giving you the bill or invoices, so usually they skip that part. But if you go to the fancier restaurants who have everything, you know, clean, then you might experience this VAT tax added. Okay, you can have like fried shrimps, very nice. Ola loves it. You can have like grilled meats, and all of the other stuff. You can also go to the shop, and there's many shops where you can like literally pick your favorite fish. It was like I want to eat that fish or whatever, and they just wait this for you, and they prepare. Okay, and those fish like looks like that, and it's like, oh, I want a slice of that, and they will prepare it for you, and also you can have like calamaris, and then later on they will prepare it for you, and you can eat that. Yeah, so really nice, very good food, like tasty, really tasty food. As you can see, we have many people who went there. Some local traditions in Shark, for example, they clean your hands. There's also a sushi place where you can get quite good sushi. Not my favorite, but very good, like if you like. But my favorites are always grilled meat, and like this is lamb shank that we were eating there. Like you literally eat that, and yeah, it's very raw and very good. And this is tacos, very tasty, very good. This is the taco place that I told you. It's like 10-15 meters from our hotel, so it's very good and it's very close by. But our favorite is seafood soup. Oh my god, this seafood soup is the reason why I'm coming back to Dahab usually. So every day I'm eating seafood soup, and it never gets bored. Okay, so this is so delicious, creamy seafood soup. You will see me eating that every single day. There's also places where you can order Nutella pancakes, so very good food too. As you can see, not only me likes seafood soup, and also this is a teapot with the Bedouin tea, very good and very cheap. It's cost, I think the whole teapot costs 60 EGP, which is 4 Polish zloty, which is €1. Okay, in euro, which is €1. Yeah, that's right. So a whole teapot of this, like we are drinking this like all of the time. This is our typical meal at Dahab. But we also find some other extremely good places. Ed likes to find new restaurants, and he found a restaurant where we got lamb ribs. Oh my god, lamb ribs, amazing food. And this is the beer. They don't sell beer here, but we bought it in the alcohol shop. We brought it to the restaurant. You just literally, you can drink your own drink. Not a problem at all. And that was very cheap. This restaurant, because it's not on a broadwalk. Okay, so the broadwalk, everything, the restaurants on the broadwalk, they are a little bit more expensive. But the further you go from the broadwalk, from the sea, from the touristic places, the prices get even half or 1/3 of that. And you can, like, this thing, I think the cost, we can get to the cost, I don't remember, but I think it was like 220 or something like that EGP, which is 16 Polish zloty. In euro, that will be like €4, €3.5, something like that. We will get to the prices in a bit. Mind also that you have to watch out for your food, because if you leave your food unattended, there's a lot of cats, and those cats will eat your food. Okay, they are like, literally every time when you eat, there's some cats under the table, just wanting to get a piece or whatever, and they really wants to eat your food. Okay, so they're really nice. That they are not aggressive towards human. Sometimes they fight between each other, who will get like the shrimps or whatever, but they are not aggressive towards the human. So it's absolutely not a problem. But if you leave your stuff on the table, they will for sure eat it. So there's plenty of cats there. They're really, really nice. For drinks, you can have juices, smoothies, shakes. This is Ola eating pancakes with Nutella, those small pancakes. That's very, very, very nice. And a shake here. So that was very good. But juices are amazing, I'm telling you. Like, this is my favorite juice. This is, yes, Oreo shake. This is tea Oreo shake, very good. And lemon mint, and this is my favorite, lemon mint. It gets you will be very hydrated if you drink that, so it's highly recommended. But you can have also mango juice, orange juices, strawberry juices, pear shakes, whatever. Like, those are amazing and really, really good. And there's alcohol shop that I told you about, where you can pay with a card. Not a problem, and it's like next to the beach, so it's not very far away. It's like maybe 100 meters from our hotel. There's 2 alcohol shops not very far from our hotel. There, in this shop, there's this thing, okay, and this thing has a couple of flavors. So this one here is 15% alcohol. It's gin with a lime taste. And 2 of those, and you have enough for the evening. Okay, 3 of those is like more than enough. So I highly respect that now. But this is very good. It's really good. It's tasty, and it's very dangerous. I really really want to warn you. Okay, alcohol is limited in the restaurants. Limited, almost like not possible. To buy not possible to buy. Yeah, not limited. It was limited, but right now it's not possible to buy at the restaurants. But you can bring your own bottle. Okay, so it's not a bring your own bottle. So it's you can bring to the restaurants, to the restaurant. There's of course alcohol shops, and this thing here is really killer. They come with the different flavors. This one is very, very good. Watermelon is amazingly good. Coconut is also very, cherry is very good. I don't remember mango, but yeah, maybe because I don't remember it. You can also have a beer, and it's really nice, especially if there's a very warm night. It's like perfect cold beer. It's amazing. The food price. Okay, so this is how the recipe looks like. Okay, at the end, if you ask them, they can write in English, but usually they give you in Arabic, and they write this. They do this thing. They calculate the sum. Here is a little bit more civilized version from the sushi shop. So this temaki, hosomaki, and dynamite, I think we paid for 3 people 915. I think this is also for 3 people. So 760 EGP. That will be 57 Polish zloty. In euro, that's 13 euro for 3 people, so like 4 euro. Okay, more or less 4 euro per person. I usually tell people that the price of the food is like, if you take 10 euro, if you take 15, you will be eating like whatever you want everywhere and so on. You don't have to like think about that. For 10 euro, like 90% of the places, and for 5 euro a day, like you have to worry, but you have to find the perfect place, but it's possible. Like there's no time limit, okay? So you pay 5 euro and you can sit from 6 to 10 p.m. whatever. Cold drinks, fresh drinks, or lemon mint, my favorite one. This is 80 lei, so Egyptian pounds, and 80 EGP is like 6 Polish zloty. In euro that will be like 1.5 euro. Okay, very good, very good. But also guava is really nice. Of course, where's milkshake? Oreo milkshake. That's a favorite of many people. And it's very good, to be honest. Okay, so I will leave you some. We will not go through all of the details, but I just want to show you that they have soups, they have rice, they have beef dishes, they have main courses, like they have sandwiches, they have seafood, they have pancakes, they have pasta, pizza, whatever you want. Okay, there is absolutely, this is a prices from Shark restaurant. Shark is a little bit more expensive, but if you go there, like normal dishes around 400 500 EGP, 500 EGP in PLN, that's 37 Polish zloty, and in euro that's around 8 euro, and that's more than enough for food for the day. Some other restaurants, you can just compare prices. It depends on where the restaurant is, the prices can differ, and not necessarily the quality of food. Quality of food is more or less the same. It's just the location. More touristic place, higher prices and whatever. Okay, this you can go on our website, so you can look later on. And this is that I told you, lamb ribs 200. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, lamb ribs are 200. So very nice, very cheap, and so on. Shops, there's plenty of different shops where you can buy some stuff as a present and so on. Free time. Every day we will have a free time at 4 p.m. What to do in a free time and how the typical our evening looks like. So we sit together, we drink beer, we hang out, we have shisha. Sometimes we just talk. Sometimes we drink tea. There's absolutely no not need for an alcohol, and especially if you are doing technical diving the next day, especially deep technical diving, there is no shisha, there is no alcohol at all, to be honest. So with the recreational, it's it's a bit loosened, but with the technical, it's very strict. And this here, those mountains is Saudi Arabia. So we are here in Dahab, and this is Saudi Arabia, and you can see beautiful moonrise from above the Saudi Arabia and the Aqaba Sea, Aqaba Gulf. The moon looks a bit different, as you can see. It's a different moon than we have here in Europe. This is my daughter Ola. She's pointing to the moon, holding an artificial 3D printed moon in the hand. So there are no typical beaches. This is like a little bit, it's not sand. There are small rocks. So this is not very, I would say, pleasant. So Dahab is very well known place for diving, but not necessary for beaches and so on. But you can see what, like, restaurants. There are beachfront, so usually we sit in the restaurants. We have tea, we have juices, and we watch the waves. This typical place. Our hotel is like 100 meters from this location. This is a little bit further out. The further out you go, the prices are cheaper, the less people are. There you can also hang out on hammocks or whatever. This is the picture from one of our dive spots. This is in South. Probably we'll go there on Monday. Very nice place, Murray Garden. And they are really great. You can also ride on a camel there. And in Dahab, there's also places where you can play ping pong, air hockey, pool, whatever you want. And a place where your kids can play, have fun with the mermaid swimsuit. And there's also a place where the ladies can use the mud from one of the inner lakes, which supposed to increase the the youth of whatever. So you can have fun. You can spend some time there. You can also take quads, camel trips. You can go horseback riding. Really nice place. We will also go to the fire show. This is the enclave. It also belongs to the same owner of the hotel, and it's closed enclave where, like, there's some stuff for kids, but there's also some shows for adults with fire show, and of course my favorite, the belly dancing. So beautiful ladies. They're really nice dancers, I would say. And there's also live music in some other locations. You can just go there and listen to beautiful ad hoc playing. This is a little bit further from Dahab. So the promenade, the touristic place, is there around like 15-20 minutes walk this way, but the 20-minute walk from the touristic place, this is how the beach front part of Dahab looks like. It's absolutely different, right? It's less touristic. There's also possibility to go to see the sunrise from the desert. It takes around 3 hours. It starts at 4 a.m. in the morning, and it costs 350 EGP per person. How the dives will be organized, okay? Because this is the most important. This is the dive center. I will show a couple of pictures of the dive center in a second. We will fill the paperwork. The paperwork will always take the most time. Of the first day, that's our main goal. And during the first day, I want also you to take your equipment, to rent out, to try your wetsuits, to try your fins, to try whatever you have. Okay, so that the next day we can start diving without thinking about those stuff. And every day we will have breakfast at 7 a.m. and then we will have briefing at 8:30. I mean, like, this is how I like structure my day, okay? So 7 a.m. is working for me. If you need less time, or if you don't eat breakfast, you can just only show up at the briefing. This is the most important. So breakfast is of course optional, and the 7 a.m. is optional. But I think 7 a.m. then using a toilet, preparing yourself, and then briefing at 8:30. Then 8:45 equipment preparation. Then at 9 those cars will come to us, and we will need to put our equipment on the cars. I will show you how to do that. And then we will have 2 or 3 dives. Each dive is more or less 40 minutes, then 1 hour surface interval, and then 40 minutes next dive. This is how the dives are structured. And around 2-3 will be return. Then we need to do the maintenance on our equipment, clean it, rinse it with the water, and do the debriefing. And then we have free time around 4 p.m. 8 a.m. 8:45. It depends also. Remember, this depends also on the time that they will grant us slots for diving. Okay, because there could be a lot of people in the same time. So, and they put different crews like 15 minutes apart. Okay, we might get at 9, we might get at 9:15, or we might get at 8:30 too, to go to our place. So it depends on the availability. This is usually how we prepare our equipment. You see one of our guys here, and those are also our tanks. Every day we need to analyze the tanks. All of the tanks they have labels with your name on it, the gas contents, like the nitrox, and the, of course, modified depth. Here you see my rebreather. So this is prepared, and the car come. The staff who are working at the dive center, they load our equipment. You need to take only your crate and put it on a car. Okay, that's all what you need to do. And the day before, I usually ask people to come day before, like in the evening, to measure gas tanks, so that we just show up and we go. Okay, not a problem. First day, we don't have to do this. Because we will be doing test dive at the next to the hotel, but for the next day is when we will be diving, then it's needed. And this is how the car looks. You see my fins here, and our equipment, and then you enter the car. Please be very organized, okay, because it can take some while. After the diving, we will put our equipment in those containers here. We will leave that to dry out, and you can. So I am leaving my dive computer on all of everything here, so you don't have to worry about details about security. There's always one person just sleeping over. They close the doors to the hotel for the night, so you don't have to worry about your stuff. And I'm leaving all of my equipment in here, so don't worry about that. And then we go for a dive, for diving. This is how the car interior looks like. We go for diving, for example, to Blue Hole. This is the restaurant in Blue Hole. Our crew, this is not our crew, but our crew, I think, was sitting here. So we unload our equipment, we prepare our gear, we go to the restaurant, we have a tea, we have a juice or whatever, then we take our equipment and go for diving. Equipment you can take, if you have, you can take all of the scuba equipment that you have, especially if you have technical equipment. Tech is more appropriate. Okay, or recreational. Do not take lead weights and cylinders. Okay, so those will be from the dive center. You can rent everything on site for 17 euro a day. That's for rent, can be rented on site. That's for rec equipment. Technical equipment is a little bit more expensive. Take your diving insurance computer. This is important for the insurance, especially if you are diving on nitrox. Okay, because previously they didn't pay attention to that, but right now, if you have your if you're diving on nitrox, they want you to have the dive computer. So the new manager rules. And also here is on the site there are some certificates. Nuno Gomes, who did world record in deepest dive, now it's second because the other guy beat him. But Nuno Gomes was diving with our dive center, and the guy who currently owns the dive record, he's at two dive centers away. Okay, so they're like family, they know each other and so on. Dahab is well known for deep technical dives. This is like a mecca for deep technical divers. All the world records were in Dahab, and also the deepest, longest dive in the world was also from here, from Planet Divers. So not only deepest, but also the longest, which was more than 1 week in the water. This is the current prices for staff. The 5-day package costs €205 per person. If we order like a group or something like that, we will do 5 or 6-day package. It depends on you. Of course, if you rent an equipment, you only pay for the days that you are using the equipment. If you have like 1 day break or something like that, you don't pay for this. Of course, you don't need, and you are paying for each dive. Okay, so if you are paying for each dive, then for example, and if we have like 3 dives a day, you can skip 2 or whatever. You can just participate in 1. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. And we will for sure go to Gabriel Erbind, which is the boat, and it's very nice. Here it's like 70, but for us it will be like 60. I told you those prices are kind of irrelevant to us, because we have some kind of discounts because we are staying with the same hotel, and this will this is a different prices for us. And also mind that diving with nitrox, previously it was for free, but since this season they are charging €1 per dive with nitrox. You can also do some kind of courses, but please remember that I'm also an instructor. If you need courses, I will get you a better price than that. Don't worry about this. For the technical equipment, this is the prices. You can go to our website and for the details. But generally, like even oxygen is not that expensive. The biggest problem is with helium, which can cost a lot. Depends on the deep depth of your dive. So I'm also doing rebreather diving, and I will bring my soft no lime with me this year. The price here is 280, but they have limited availability. But I bought this in Poland for 660 Polish zloty, which in euro is 155. So it's like half of the price. But I need to pay for the plane for plane cargo. I need to pay for some other stuff, so it's pain in the ass. And I also had to arrange paperwork, technical data sheet, chemical safety data sheet, and all of those kind of stuff to deliver them to the airport, so that they know what kind of stuff I will be carrying, and it's a bit hassle. So not a big deal, just paying a bit over. For diving, we will go to different dive sites. I will tell you about that. First day will be diving at the Lighthouse, which is a local dive next to through the restaurant. The next diving probably will go to Murray Garden. Third day probably will go to boats or canyon. There's a blue hole and some other stuff on our way too. If you don't have, you can get nitrox certificate with me. You can also do some courses with me, like advanced open water diver. If you don't have rescue, EFR, dive master, technical courses, trimix courses, whatever you want. Okay, like we can work that out. Okay, so for each dive we will be accompanied by local dive master or master diver. Very nice person. I really like him, but that's the rule there. Okay, for entry to the blue hole we need to pay $10 per person, so we will be at blue hole once or twice at most, probably once. And Gabriel Elbint fee is around €56, something like that. I put 60 just to be safe. And we will go there once a week. Wetsuit, so it depends on the temperature. 3 to 5 millimeter wetsuit is more than enough. I use dry suit only to have my buoyancy perfectly trimmed. There is no second meaning to this. Absolutely, the water temperature is really nice, and 3 millimeters wetsuit will be more than enough. In summer, I dive in t-shirt. I just keep my dry suit just for this, but if I'm having recreational setup, I use t-shirt. But if I have like technical setup like rebreather or something like that, I use dry suit just to have my second means of buoyancy. Okay, this is a place where we will be storing our equipment. It's in here. As I told you, I leave my computers and stuff, but sometimes in the morning it gets very crowded here, so please prepare, like be there a little bit earlier, prepare your stuff and equipment. Before diving, we will of course don our suits. This is a local dive master, Mimi. He's an instructor, it's not dive master, he's a technical trimix instructor. So, and rebreather, I don't think he's rebreather instructor, but he's for sure rebreather diver, and he's diving for 30 years. Okay, and I love Mimi. He's my dear friend, and here's our team. Look how clumsy they are. Please do not do this. Okay, this is only for a picture. My dry suit is hanging there just to dry a bit. And we prepare, and this is in front of the blue hole. You can see the hole here in the background. Here this is the contour of the hole, and we just put our equipment, jump and dive there. As I told you, it gets very crowded in the morning, so please know your car in which you are going, where is your equipment. We don't want that situation where you will be leaving like your crate and then put your crate in the car which goes to some other direction with some other group. So please do this. For the gas tank analysis, please don't do this at the very last moment. Just you can go there. They will prepare our tanks around 3-4 p.m. and after this, the day before, and after this you go there and measure gas contents and just put your name, the oxygen contents, and modified depth. Okay, so you can do something like that with your tanks. Good. This is a gas analyzer. They are using analogs, which is industry standard, and you also need to put your name in a book. Okay, name, date, tank number, pressure, start pressure, oxygen contents, modified depth, and trading agency, and your signature. That's it. For trimix, they have another book, but this is for trimix, so this is a bit different. Then you have to put your helium content as well. For technical dives, we also need to file dive plan at least a day before or 2 days before, so that they can adapt and check if there's no other problems with the dive plan, and then all team needs to sign the dive plan. Okay, this is one of the places where we are diving. This is Canyon, beautiful place. You go here, there's a really nice place, and then you go to Canyon a little bit further. But mind that sometimes we need to change on without having any benches or something, and you can just leave your equipment in here, especially if this is technical equipment or whatever. But then you prepare, you change your clothes, then you prepare your stuff, and then we go into the water. Those are the diving locations which we are having in Dahab. We are here, our hotel is here, and this is Lighthouse. So first day we will be going to here, but there is also Murray Garden where we are going for probably for the second day, and then some other places. I highly recommend Gabriel El Bint because this is a boat trip from we take from here. This is more or less the port in here, and we go on a boat to this place. There's also a possibility to go to Ras Abu Ghalum, but the further you can get with the car is here to the blue hole, and then you change to camels, literally with all of your diving equipment, and you go to the National Conservatory to Ras Abu Ghalum, and a really nice place where you can see dolphins and some other coral reef. To be honest, I never been there. My brother was there, but I haven't been there so far. Canyon is also a very highly recommended place where we'll be going. There's also a tiger reef, which is here before Blue Hole. There's many more places which is not on the map here. Caves, really nice place. It's not caves, it's like caverns, but still some people like it a lot. And my favorite spot, I think, islands. It's beautiful. I don't have good pictures, but I will show you in a second some of them what I have. This is Blue Hole, and you can see the rims of the crater. This is Eel Garden. This is not Eel Garden. Sorry, this is Murray Garden. The second day. This is at Canyon, and this is amazing. The coral. No, this is Blue Hole. This is the saddle at Blue Hole. And this is islands. And in islands, you have these canyons of corals. So the dive is not very deep. It's like 6 meters, 10 meters, something like that. So you have very long dive because you are using very little air. But you are constantly, like literally constantly between corals. It's amazing place. There's not that many people who go there. So this is not destroyed. This is beautiful, thriving. And unfortunately, I don't have good camera, but those are beautiful reefs. This is at Lighthouse. Also in Lighthouse, there's this playground where you can go and practice your buoyancy skills. A very nice place. And this is the boat that I told you that we probably will get for one of our days. This is in Bells, and this is small arch, which we will go through. So even in recreational diving, in technical diving we go through it, and then we go for some deeper dives still. You have people prepared for diving in some different locations. As you can see, there's like all the time we have the same group. We have some new faces, but more or less the group, because people love that place and they keep coming with us all the time. They like the atmosphere. This is a picture from the restaurant that we sit in, and as you can see, this is a beautiful place where we take our first dive. And this is a picture from next to our restaurant. Okay, you just submerge into the water. This is around 10 meters depth. The playground is 12 meters. Okay, this is a picture from Canyon. You can see the crack in the sky in this. This is the bottom of the canyon, which is at 30 meters. This is Lighthouse once again. You can see the anchor here, Lighthouse. And this is my gear from the rebreather. When I disassemble it, as you can see, you have very good support in technical diving too. Beautiful marine life. You can see dolphins, you can see turtles, a lot of different fish. The best marine life is below 10 meters, and they're really vibrant and colorful and beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't have the good camera, but this fish, Nemo fish, is of course this color, right? So you can see how the colors disappear at the depth, but you can also interpolate that how this beautiful coral reef will look like, and you can play around. They are very protective about, usually in those corals there's hidden kids of those fish, and they are very protective about this. And there's place in Canyon when I think I will have this on I will have this on one of the next slides. I will have this on the next slide. Wait a second. I will cancel the call. Okay, and yeah, Nemo fish, beautiful, really nice. And you can see that there's an amazing vibrant life under the this is a Murray in Murray Garden, so they really have the Murrays in the Murray Garden. And this is one of my best places. This is in Canyon. This is a coral reef, a column in which there's like, I would even say that there's like hundreds of thousands fish. And when you exhale, all of those fish hide in the corals in the instant moment. And when you don't exhale, they will just swim away from the coral, look around, and when you exhale with the bubbles, they will hide, and it's so instant and it's so beautiful, like 100,000 fish in the same moment. Look how the colors are danced here. So it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Those vibrant colors. Like look how much fish is there. So this is amazing. You will see. You can meet dolphins. I never seen dolphin, but Mimi told me that he saw dolphin on a couple of occasions, and this is a picture from my friend who actually saw a dolphin at Canyon, to be honest. So last time we saw turtle. Water turtle, very nice, beautiful, majestically. He was just eating the coral reef next to us, where we were doing safety stuff. So we were like looking at the turtle for a couple of minutes, and it was really beautiful. During the night, you can see octopus, you can see different snails, different corals. They expand, they are vibrant, they're alive. And for boat diving, we usually take this kind of boat where you can you can also have fun with waves. Me and Ed we were doing the Titanic thing. This is a place where we will be diving from the boat. We will have our gear assembled on the boat, then we will jump, and after the dive we will have food. Very nice place, very nice, very tasty food, especially koftas, which are really good. There's a possibility for technical diving, rebreather diving, like deep technical diving too, up to be honest, up to the world record, because they also support that, but I don't encourage you to, without the proper training, to do this. Of course, I use my rebreather on every day on a basis, so I usually take my rebreather for recreational dives with the team to practice, to get my buoyancy better and to build time on a rebreather. Sometimes when we go on a boat, as you can see, there's a open circuit. That was my equipment for the last time. We have prepared, those are our stage tanks too, and we go for a canyon. This is at 50 meters, going through the canyon. Sometimes we go to some other places, Blue Hole, and of course the arch, beautiful arch, especially after some deeper dives. And then we have to do the decompression in amazing places like this, 6 meters depth, so you can just kneel or you can hover above the ground, no problem. Or you can just at decompression for an hour stare at amazing fish at Blue Hole. There's a possibility for night diving. It's cost extra, but it's really nice. There's a new vibrant life. And after diving, we measure tanks for the next day. We rinse our equipment here. I highly recommend, there's a hose to rinse your mouthpiece of your regulator with this. Do not put your regulator here. Because people are just rinsing their wetsuits, boots, and all of the other stuff in those pools, and you don't want to get the same bacteria because they are like going to the toilets, going to some other places. So you want just fresh water to rinse your mouthpiece, mask, those kind of stuff. To be honest, I use this hose to clean all of my equipment, and I don't care about the water in those containers. Cost, because this is something that everybody asked me about. So I have prepared the list of we have a couple of more slides and we are done. I have prepared the list of the whole payment, and as you can see, this is from one of the trips that we did. That was for 1 week in March 2003, and we paid that much for the hotel. Okay, the prices rises around 5 to 10% per year, so now the prices are a little bit higher. Also, you need to add transfer from the airport. We paid €20 both ways, but one person, because he flew in with a different flight, he was having car alone. Okay, so we were in a bus, he was having car alone, so he had to pay a little bit more. But as you can see, the prices are around 240 euro per week. Please remember your PIN if you want to pay with a card, okay? Because your card will be asked for that. You will be asked for your PIN number. There will be 1% added for the credit card payment. Now I think is 2%. I will need to check, but like I think it's now 2%. Total cost is hard to estimate because we have discounts for staying at Planet Oasis and diving with Planet Oasis. Like I told you, this is a pain in the ass for logistics, but nevertheless, we will get this beautiful invoice, and you will come to the counter and say your name, and you will pay this price, and they will put your signature here so that you paid. And when everybody pays, like I am free and I can go home. This is for hotel. And the same we will get for diving. This is the prices for diving. So as you can see, 6 days package, 250. But then diving at night, during the night, 25 euro. Boat, 55 euro. If you have used additional tank, bigger tank or whatever, you pay extra. Complete equipment, 17 euro a day, 100 euro for a week. If you need torch, then it's a torch. You don't calculate the restaurants, but that was one trip where we use it to add to the bill, and that was like 400 something euro for a week. But that person, for example, like had only 3 days of diving, so he paid much less. This is from 2 years ago. The same for the last year, for this year, March. As you can see, we paid. Agata paid 75 euro for diving, and Timek paid 555. He was diving 2 dives a day for 6 days. Okay, so 12 dives. So our cost will be more or less this, closer to this one. Of course, if we add, here's a Blue Hole ticket, 9 euro, like some kind of and he rented the computer also. That's the reason why it's a bit higher. Gabriel boats, the package, night diving, you can see. But this is really nice. 2%, as you can see now it's 2%. Okay, and for hotel, the hotel prices were 231, so more or less the same, 250, 10% higher than it was before. And from some other years, Sarah and Ed, they were for 2 weeks, and they were first week they were recreational diving, second week they were technical diving. And with the technical diving, you have they had to rent all the technical equipment and the blending, facility support, technical diving, gases, weight, equipment, transfers, and whatever. So you pay a little bit more, and this is what they paid for 2 weeks of diving with Dahab. With Planet Divers, and the first week was recreational, and the second week was technical. And some other, if you want to go through the details, this is how it looks like. And at the end, you just put your signature in here, and they will know that you already paid. One more. This is from additional something. I don't know. I don't remember. And some other. So the final cost estimate, and I think this is the final slide. So the total cost estimate is insurance around 30 euro, hotel 250 euro, but I told you this is the upper bound, okay? Transport in Egypt, so the transfer 20 euro, diving package 250 plus equipment rental plus night diving, boat and whatever, 350. SIM card 35-ish euro, something like that. Food at the restaurant 100. So the total costs more or less of your trip should be around 920 euro. Okay. Equipment rental, that's recreational equipment rental. Okay. So that's rec diving package, because when we go for technical, the prices are a bit higher. So this is more or less our price that we have to pay. For transport, if you have already plane tickets, you don't pay for that. So that will be more or less something that you might expect. And that's it. thank you very much. It was very long presentation, almost 300 slides, with some additional pictures that I added, and no one have seen it before. So that will be a really nice trip, I can assure you. But it's but there's a lot of those kind of logistics that we need to take care about. Do you have any questions?
No, that sounds good. I think I appreciate you putting all this. It's like really informative. I guess from my side, I think, and also I guess for the purpose of the recording, it's like I have a special case, right? Because I'm flying separately. But I guess the first day for me, I'll be meeting the group. Uh, when I'm returning back, I think I'm leaving a bit early. So I guess that would be the case where I will go like a car by myself or something. And the cost will reflect that, right? Let's say I'll probably leave on Thursday. Um,
Yes,
so the first
but
week, right?
when you get there, we will handle this. Okay, so don't worry. The
Okay.
most important is to get you from the airport to the hotel, because in the hotel we will have a lot of time to work together, to spend time
Mhm.
together, to call, the hotel to arrange a transport for you. So it will be much easier than from now. So from now we just let's arrange the transport for you to get there, and later we don't have to worry about later. Okay,
Sounds
at
good.
least for now.
And I guess for the courses, I guess let's say we pick courses and are training with you. I guess we'll just need to sync on what days that we're doing like the dives to like because I know there's like some required dives for each course, right? So I guess the itinerary will like we have to set like an itinerary for this day we're doing like dive one of like let's say I'm doing like rescue or some other, right?
Okay, so if you want to do rescue or some other course, so after we go back from the trip, which is we will be back around 3. We have like
Hmm.
5 more hours, 4 more hours to do the course.
Ah, perfect.
We just prepare for another thing. Let's have 1 hour break, just to rest, and then we will go into the water, or 2 hours break, and we will go to the water, have fun, and do the course. So it's not a problem. Okay. So during the day we will be diving as normal, and then in the evenings we will do the course.
Trainings. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I guess from my side that covers most of the questions I have.
Very good. Some other questions? No. Thank you very much. Then have a nice evening. Thank you very much for the for attending the presentation, and I hope that we will meet in Dahab soon. See ya.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Matt.